This upgraded Aizen is super insane. I'm gonna try and see if he can solo the entire game. He has 14% more damage, basically 15. We do have glitch on him, so it's the best trait you could have on him in the game. And we also have Glorious. Glorious could be better, but hey, we're gonna see if he can solo Mana Rush. He's at 9 million damage on placement, and he just fries. Like, look, I don't even have to do anything. We could just focus all the way up to the farm. Maybe not all the way up. We might have to upgrade him like 2 times. It seems very fair. He does anti-magic, which all afflicted enemies receive 10% more physical damage for 10 seconds. He also has daze, which afflicted units take 20% more crit damage and have their movement speed reduced by 100% for 10 seconds, 55 seconds cooldown per enemy. Now, I also did the critical skill tree on him because of daze, and I want to test it out and see if it was good or not. But it seems that it could be really good. 45% crit chance and 252% crit damage. Now, I believe that's because we have the crit tree on him. So as soon as he applies daze on them, they get stuck. But the only problem is he can only do it once every 1 minute. So now this is where it gets tricky because his SPA is 9 seconds. So we'll see if he'll be able to finish this. But he's doing 2 billion damage, so he should be able to finish this. Okay, he did. He finished it. You can choose between reversal or force. Reversal forces all enemies to walk back. Oh my god. It forces all enemies to walk back for 10 seconds. For every 500 total confusion stacks applied by Aizen, it adds 5 seconds of walk back. Walk back stops early if the enemies reach the start of the map. Force is crazy. Pulls all enemies to the closest possible position Aizen and time stops them for 40 seconds. I don't know if we have enough damage because his DPS is not really that great. So it doesn't actually have like a crazy nuke. So this is how it looks. It looks pretty good. Like, they did a good job with this stuff. Teleport all enemies to the closest point. And then I guess I'll just use this one. Can't do anything. So he doesn't really have like a damage nuke, but he has like a pretty decent nuke that would help you in, you know, certain bosses, but not the boss rush. Boss rush is closed. He has way too much. 3.99 trillion, 4 trillion, not enough, bro. Not gonna work. So we're gonna try this one. Fire unit would probably do a lot better here, but we're still gonna test out Aizen. So you can see his transcendence getting a little bit bigger as the enemies get closer. I guess that's how it works. Go. All right. So you probably can solo this. If I walk them back 10 seconds, I don't know if it's like how fast they walk back. So I think the best one to use would be this one. He's no longer attacking, so boom. That would be the best one to use. And let's see if we can finish him off here. It's just his SPA is at 9.75 seconds. I think that's his only downfall. I'm gonna try to reset his days. See if it'll let me. Let's see, it's gonna be his last hit here. Yeah, nope, not enough. Okay, so he can't solo that. I think that's just the SPA issue, making his SPA way too high. He doesn't have an advantage in theory, you know, like, so if he had omnipotent on him, then maybe he could finish that solo. We're gonna try this Bizarre Coastline portal. It's a tier 5 portal. Maybe we get smacked here, maybe we don't. Sometimes those guys with those high SPA, they need, like, they become support units instead of becoming like meta units because they don't have enough damage, not enough DPS to actually finish a boss off. Like, yeah, he can get you through many waves, but man, we need you to be able to finish off a boss, brother. We're not using him to advantages. Like, if we used him to advantage, I think it would be a lot easier to showcase how good he could be. But the problem with using him to advantage is that, like, once you get to boss, like most bosses, they become neutral. So like, you need to know how he is in a neutral state, not necessarily in an advantage state. Look at Daze. Daze can literally smack an entire mob and just freeze them all at one time. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to finish this. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, so that's a good Daze right there. So we're gonna go reality shatter, then we're gonna use reversal. Boom. Now watch. See, he doesn't, like, yes, they walk back. Bro, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. You see that? You see that? That's not worth it. That's not worth it. How he walked back for only like 4 steps. They need to make the reversal a lot more, bro. Like, maybe they walked back for, if that was 10 seconds, that was from here to here, I was thinking 10 seconds were going to be from here to like here. So maybe they need to push that out to like a minute or something. But yeah, he doesn't have enough DPS to defeat any big boss. For most of the bosses, he'll be able to defeat them, especially bosses that he has an advantage to. But if he has a disadvantage or neutral, he's not going to be able to defeat them if they have over 1 trillion health. Like, look at this guy has 1 trillion health, and I only did like what, 400 billion. He's really good at everything but boss fight. And the only thing I could think that would make him better at boss fights is having the advantage. Obviously, most units are going to be better with the advantage, but I feel like it's a cheat code if you have units with the advantage. I do think he's a great support unit. Like, he matches up very well with Gilgamesh. Like, I've been using him with Gilgamesh, and because Gilgamesh DPS is so high, his passives that Aizen have really helps Gilgamesh shine. Gilgamesh is going to shine without nothing. Like, I could use Gilgamesh versus neutral, versus dark, versus fire, anything, versus light, and he will literally shred anything. I don't feel that from Aizen. He's a great dark unit, but he just doesn't give me those meta vibes. I'm gonna take Aizen into this needle boss assassin challenge. Not doing too bad. I mean, these things are coming out with 60 million and he's handling them. There's no advantage on here, I believe. So one thing I can appreciate for Aizen is that he is hybrid. So that's always pretty helpful when you have a placement hybrid unit that does the type of damage that he does and also have the type of passive that he has. That's the only downside to him, is his SPA being so freaking high. Other than that, he's really good. Look at his range. Look at how much it's increasing because of the enemies that are in his AoE. Oh wow, we're gonna get smacked by one. Okay, so he might not be it. We gotta bring in the big guns. We have to bring in the big guns. We gotta bring in Big Bro. Even with Gilgamesh help, this is a little bit harder. It's not like this is just that much easier. You know what I'm saying? So I will go ahead and give. The boss only has 249 billion now. That's not a lot. Or is it? I'm gonna see. I mean, like I said, Aizen's really good for support. Like he's really good like this. But for solo, we'll pop that so Gilgamesh could get a little stronger and cook up. So he can cook up a little bit. And then as the boss gets through here, dude, this walk back is so bad. I'm not even gonna use the walk back. But I do want to see how many enemies he could. This says teleport all enemies. So that means there's no cap to how many enemies he can use force on. Dude, did I accidentally use that? No way, that was an accident. I thought I clicked off. Oh well. Well, I mean, he's getting fragged. But still, Aizen wouldn't have been able to solo this. Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't know we had 2 bosses, bro. Oh, I have 3 minutes. I only brought 2 units. I didn't know this is how we was getting down. I don't know why he's negative 31%. My point still stands. I think Aizen is a great unit, but I think he is a very good support unit. He's not a meta DPS demon like we all want.